Hi buddies, I'm Nivedita, your buddy in your journey of life transformation. First of all, let me wish you Happy New Year. I know I've been a bit late. Sorry about that. I was just on a private break without social media and WhatsApp. Thanks for people who have called and checked on me. I'm absolutely fine. It's just that every Jan I just do this to just do some reflection over my life, and I would also suggest you at some point in short durations do such reflections and introspection of your own life, and that will really help you as well. Okay, as I strongly believe this year is a year of Jubilee, meaning in the scripture, the year of Jubilee means the captives or the debtors, when they finish serving their term of captivity, they are, they have set into liberty, or they have been released from that term of captivity. um, so I also strongly believe, as I was talking to you on my previous video, of how we have to transition our lives from of our old ways of living, our past memories or hurts or bad habits, or so many other things that we need to leave behind in of 2021. And as we have transitioned to the year 2022, we should start it all fresh with the right mindset and with a kind of a new attitude that we are going to start it fresh. So this reminds me, as I said, as I believe this year is a year of Jubilee, I would like to sing this song, These Are the Days of Elijah. Just give me a moment. These are the days of Elijah, declaring the word of the Lord. These are the days of your servant Moses, righteousness being restored. And so these are days of great trial, of famine and darkness and swoon. So we are the voice in the desert crying, prepare the way of the Lord. Amen. Out of Zion hills the salvation may come. These are the days of Ezekiel, the dry bones becoming as flesh. These are the days of your servant David, rebuilding temple of praise. These are the days of the harvest, the fields are in your word, and we are the laborers in your vineyard. Declaring the word of the Lord, the holy God, shining like the sun, and the trumpet call in your Lord, give it to me. Now that Zion's giving salvation. There's no God like Jehovah. There's no God like Jehovah. There is 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 no God like Jehovah. like the sun, like a trumpet call, lift your voice, the year of Jubilee, and out of Zion hill salvation come. Lift your voice, it's year of Jubilee, and out of Zion hill salvation comes. I strongly believe that this year is a significant year. Um, though there can be a lot of trials that come across in our life, but let us believe that we serve a living God. He will help us get through all the storms and bring us to the place of freedom. Verse for this month is from Isaiah 43:18 to 20. Forget the former things, do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing, now it springs up. Do you not perceive it? I'm making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. So remember, the old has gone, the new has come. And so remember to start living your life with a new mindset, and as we know that when a new year comes, we do have new goals. We kind of have we try to incorporate new lifestyles in our lives. We try to streamline our life for the better. Yes, if we have to live a life of freedom, we need to streamline our life, and so that we can embrace the newness. And for that, we need to release all of the past things from our life, and as well as the things that were dwelling in the past. All of those kind of attitude and mindset should be removed, so that we can start embracing the newness. Just let's recap a bit of what happened in our last video. The last video, that was last month, I spoke about how the crossover happened, and how the Israelites came out of their bonded life from the Egyptians, and they had crossed over the Red Sea, which was a miracle that happened. And they had crossed over safely and moved to the other side of the Red Sea. So that's how we saw that they were rescued under the leadership of servant Moses, and they moved out. And that's what even I told, that we need to release all our old ways of living, and as we move across over this new year of freedom and newness, we should be able to embrace it. So what happened was a similar condition happened at that point. What it was it like? Now, after they crossed the Red Sea, they really didn't know how to lead this new life, as they were always having the mindset of being a bonded laborer. And before they could get into the promised land, God gave his people the 10 commandments, so that they can live a life streamlined. And it makes their life much easier to handle, as it's easier to follow the rules and laws given, rather than just let our life go however we want it. So we know the 10 Commandments. I am the Lord thy God. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. Remember to keep holy the Lord's day. Honor your father and mother. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not commit adultery. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not bear false witness against your neighbor. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's wife. Thou shalt not covet your neighbor's goods. So these are the 10 commandments that was given before they could get in the promised land, to follow these, so that they have a mindset shift. And when they are able to get into the promised land, it's much easier for them to eat. Otherwise, they will be with the old mindset and the old baggage, which will totally destroy them, and they won't know how to live in the promised land. Same way in the New Testament, we see that Jesus gives 2 commandments. and love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind, and with all your strength. And love your neighbor as yourself. And we can see that the both the commandments are interlinked. As we see that in Moses' commandments, it says the first three talks about how we love God, and the last seven talks about how we should love our neighbor. The only difference is what Jesus gave was a bit of with a higher intensity, which I drew insights from both of it, and how we can practically use in today's world, in the culture that we live in. Now, as I said, that 2022 is a new year, and it's a year of freedom, and so I thought let's get some insights from the scriptures. How do we actually measure our lifestyle with these commandments? So yeah. So first of all, first one is, if you prioritize anything or any person or any place above God, it is idolizing. So these are also part of idolatry, not only physically going and worshipping idols or graven images, but this itself talks as idolatry. And second one, stop swearing on God's name and using his name in vain. Rather have reverence to God's name. We can very casually use God's name. We can casually say use it for fun, or we can use it because how the culture says, or that's we can use it for many. It's a cool language, so we can use it that way. But we need to have the reverence for God's name. Third one, we should be holy every day and keep aside time to have more fellowship together as families and believers. So yeah, it's not only restricted to one particular day or one particular hour, but I think we should be quite often gather as families and worship God. So yeah, that's the whole thing, because sometimes we just so restrict for one day, and that day if I stay holy, that's enough for the rest of the whole week. And I think that is not actually the right intent for it. But since we are in such busy world, maybe not like the olden days, we would be able to daily meet up and have fellowship, since each of us work in different time zones and everything. So that's why it was said, like, okay, yeah, on a Sunday we like all meet, or on a particular day, or on a Saturday or something, on Friday or anything, we meet like that. So but then but then it more talks about meeting quite often. So, and I know today's world, we do have a lot of technology in place, which helps us to do this, help facilitates this. And fourth one is, honor and take care of the elders, and especially when they are old and when they need us as youngsters, or as children, or the children figure, or kind of someone who we are accountable to, and so on. So it is our duty. Then if we are going to hurt someone with words and action, that's equivalent to killing them emotionally and mentally, if not physically. I think that was pretty self-explanatory. Then if you're going to look at someone lustfully, then that is equivalent to committing adultery. Remember, our body is a temple of God, so keep it pure. Seventh one, never bribe or receive bribes, and consider not to lend money to people with interest, either in small or big ways. Never gossip or pass false judgment on anyone, as it's God's duty to judge anyone and not ours. Maybe we can give a corrective, maybe we can correct them, call them alone, and correct them if they have done wrong, or if you need clarification, you could do it alone. But I think we shouldn't be doing gossiping or judgment, because that's not our job. It's a creator's job. And ninth one, never have illicit love affairs or extramarital affairs. Rather, be contented and satisfied with what you have. I can explain all this, but then yeah, in the future videos or months, I will definitely explain in depth. But only thing I would say is always the other side seems to be greener, but I would say that when you go there early, you might know it may lead you to hell. So it's always be it's always better to be content with what we have, and as well as know that that's the blessing for us. Never be jealous of your friends or relatives, and don't compare your life with others. That will lead you to lose your peace of mind as you start living to others' expectation. Very true. When we start comparing our life or the objects people do have and everything, and when we start comparing our life, we might feel low. Or we might be like, oh, I should match up with that person and blah blah. But you know what? That is gonna make us feel miserable. I really feel at the right time things will fall in place if that is required for each of us. It's not like we need to run a race because we need to satisfy others' need. I think we should not be living for others. We should live for ourselves. And yeah, but on the other way, contradictorily, if out of your abundance, you should be able to give it to others, because of we holding back. It's not going to benefit us as well as others, because we're not going to take anything from this world. Yeah. I know, the last one is I know nobody's perfect. Let's cautiously reflect on the about points that I've told and let us strive to become more better version of ourselves day by renewing our mind, and as well as making cautious efforts to move forward. Uh, yeah, so always don't dwell on the past, move forward and embrace the newness. Hope you enjoyed this month's word, and I would probably be dwelling more on this in the upcoming months as well. So yeah, do keep these points in your mind, and in the areas I know everyone falls short in some way or the other. But I think when I give it to God, He will change all our mess into a message, test into a testimony, and what to say. And if you give your story to God, He will makes it a great destiny for you. So surrender your life, and He will make it a brand new life for you. Have a blessed year ahead. Bye bye. As I strongly believe that this year is a year of Jubilee. As we know that this year of Jubilee means it's a year of freedom. As we have transitioned from the year 2021 with releasing all our bad habits, our past hurts and everything, let us experience this year with freedom. Yeah, and may joy bubble inside you.